Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sienna here with a brand new pick a card reading. We have not done one of these on my channel in a very long time, so I thought it might be fun to, just throw one out there for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about what your higher self wants you to do right now. I used to describe the higher self as the part of you that stays in the spiritual realm and kind of oversees your incarnation and oversees your spiritual growth and stuff, but it's actually so much more than that. The higher self is part of you. So it's at the same time, it's outside of you and it's inside of you. It is your true spiritual essence, separate from the ego. Your higher self and your ego are not the same. Your higher self is your eternal, conscious, and intelligent being. It knows your spiritual path. It knows your life's trajectory. And it tries its very, very best to guide you in the direction that you should go, or the direction that might be most favorable for you to go. So today we have group 1, group 2, and group 3, and we're going to see what kind of messages we get from the higher self today and any helpful advice. So with that, pick a group and click on the appropriate timestamp. I will have it in the description and in the comments. And here we go. All right, hello to everybody who picked group 1 and the amethyst here. Today we're going to be using the Angels Tarot to do your reading. What does your higher self want you to do right now? We'll keep that one actually. We'll keep it. Now we'll start with these cards and then we can always pull some more if we feel we need to. The general message here from your higher self is to trust it. Trust your intuition. Trust the gut feelings that come in because they come in for a reason. The higher self, your higher self wants you to know that its voice is not always obvious. It's not as loud as the ego. The ego loves to be heard. It's all like, hey, look at me, I'm over here. This is out of my comfort zone, get back in the comfort zone. Like, the ego self is so noisy compared to the higher self. The higher self, your higher self is saying, listen to that quiet, calm voice. Listen to the gut feelings. Pay attention to the subtle changes that you pick up in your energy and the energy that is around you. Something that your higher self wants you to let go of is this like frustration. Why is it taking so long? There's something that you really want. You're trying to manifest it. And this could also be referring to just your life and your spiritual path in general. There is this frustration. Why is this taking so damn long? Your higher self says, let this go. Let that sentiment go. Because if you keep telling yourself, this is taking too long, why is this taking so long? The universe hears, oh, taking too long. Okay, well, we have to match what kind of energy this person is putting out. So they're saying that their blessings that they're asking for are taking too long, so we have to make sure that it takes a long time. Your higher self says, let that go. And when you do, you'll find that your life or your blessings that you're trying to manifest, your spiritual growth, I shouldn't say your life will move much faster, but your spiritual growth and achieving like some of your desires in life, that may seem to happen a lot sooner than it would have if you had kept repeating, this is taking too long. Something your higher self wants you to think about going forward is actually to remember that your spiritual self, your true self, your higher self is much stronger than your ego. The ego is loud. The ego, it has its own strength, its own potency. It is loud, as we've been saying, but it doesn't have to control you. The ego might still be there, but you can sort of shut it up or close its mouth a little bit, just like the angel is doing here with this lion. And notice on this card, the angel is being quite gentle. She's not like wrestling the lion. She doesn't have him like tied up. She doesn't have his muzzle, tied or taped or whatever they do like with alligators and stuff. She's being quite gentle with her approach to taming this lion. We don't have to be hard on ourselves because it's not really going to help us to move forward. Your approach here, group 1, is to be gentle with yourself. And this gentle approach to your spiritual growth, this gentle approach, like having patience for yourself, having understanding that your life is moving at the pace that right now it's meant to, and that you actually have control, more control than you think, over your manifestations and what it is that you want to enter your life. Something else your higher self is saying, group 1, is that the ego is loud, but that doesn't mean it's correct. The loudest person in the room is not necessarily the smartest. The loudest person in the debate is not necessarily correct. Your ego is not the most intelligent part of you. Your ego is not the boss. Your ego is not the boss. You are the boss. You, your higher self, you're separate from your ego. But you don't have to punish yourself for having an ego. Everybody has their ego. You don't have to shame yourself into, making decisions like, well, I better not act on this emotional impulse because that's the ego. Or like, well, I shouldn't ask for this material thing because that's of the ego. Once in a while, that kind of thing is fine, but your ego is not the boss. And just gently remind yourself of that. The ego wants to keep us in a comfort zone. It doesn't want to stretch too much outside of its boundaries of like, this is safe, this is comfortable. Your higher self is suggesting that you very gently tiptoe outside of your comfort zone. You don't have to do this all at once. I'm getting the image of some people jumping into a pool and some people just very slowly getting in, maybe dipping one toe, or maybe just using the steps to get in the pool instead of jumping, cannonball, pencil dive, whatever you want to do. Your higher self is saying you can take your time transitioning from being ego-focused to being spiritually focused. You don't have to make this change in one day. This gentle approach will actually be much more effective. It will help you to embody spiritual concepts, maybe embody new ways of thinking, get used to ignoring the ego more often. Take your time with this process. You will get there. You will. Listen to your intuition. Try to let go of like a perceived timeline that you want your blessings, your manifestations, your learning to come in. Stop telling yourself this is taking way too long, because it isn't. And if you keep saying it'll take too long, like I said a minute ago, the universe will just match that energy and make whatever it is that you want take even longer to come in. Let's see if there are any additional messages from your higher self, group 1. Ooh, okay. Well, this one really wants to fall out of the deck. Oh, here we go. Ooh, okay, I like that one. 9 of Cups. Okay, 9 of Cups, 3 of Wands. Now, 9 of Cups is all about satisfaction. And how do we find satisfaction in life? I mean, sometimes we're satisfied when all of our circumstances are good or ideal. Sometimes the practice of gratitude will bring about feelings of satisfaction. Your higher self wants you to get used to expressing gratitude. And maybe it's something you already do. You know, you say thank you when you appreciate something, or you say thanks when someone helps you or gives you something. But your higher self is telling you to have gratitude for everything. You wake up in the morning and you just say to, I don't know, the universe, whoever's listening out there, hey, thank you for this brand new day. I'm thankful that I woke up alive. I woke up breathing on my own. Any little thing like that. Or, you know, you get out of bed, you put your feet on the floor. It's like, oh, thank you for my nice soft carpet or my nice soft slippers. Or thank you for all of the nice clothes I have in the closet. Thank you that I have clothing at all. Thank you that I have a place to live in. Have gratitude for anything you can think of that's in your life. Express that appreciation to the universe, to spirit. Gratitude is going to pave the way for future blessings to come in. When we have gratitude, we show the universe that we are open and receptive to everything that it has to offer. We're open and receptive to all kinds of blessings, all kinds of great things to enter our lives. We're also open and receptive to our spiritual growth, to learning new information and concepts and embodying them. So now group 1, this is just a short reading, a short pick a card, but we're going to look at oracle cards for you. We have these crystal angel cards. I like them. They're quite nice. I've had this deck for years and years. What is your oracle card, group 1? Ah, look at this. Okay, this matches with our high priestess. We have the moonstone card and it says heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it is trustworthy. That calm inner voice, that gut feeling. Sometimes we have really strong gut feelings and sometimes we have very subtle ones. Your higher self wants you to know that even if it's subtle, it's still there, it's still valid. Trust your intuition. Trust that inner knowing, that inner guidance. Trust those feelings. Group 1, that is your message, a very quick little look at what your higher self wants you to do right now. I hope that this has helped you a lot. If you like pick a card readings and you want me to do more of them, just let me know in the comment section below and give me your suggestions. What would you like me to make pick a card videos on? Because this is actually kind of fun. I don't mind it at all. And with that, group 1, thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to see you again soon on my channel. Okay, bye. Hello, group 2. This is your part of the reading. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This is a quick little message from your higher self. What does it want you to do? What does it want you to know? So if you have chosen the Kawaii Tarot or, the Shungite Heart, then this message is meant for you. We're going to put down a few tarot cards and then we're going to do an oracle card for your message today. So what does your higher self want you to do or want you to know? Okay, the first thing, general message from your higher self. I have the World card here. Your higher self wants to remind you that you are connected to everything. We're all connected, all living beings, people, animals, other creatures, bugs, plants, whatever exists in nature. Even rocks, I'm getting from spirit, even rocks. We're all connected energetically. We are all part of the same collective family. Your higher self wants you to remember this. Remember that what you do to yourself, you somewhat do to others. What you do to others, you somewhat do to yourself. Remember your connection, and I'm hearing from Spirit, remember your place in the world. You are here to experience life with the various filters and settings and whatever have been applied to your current incarnation. You're here to experience life. You're here to remember who you are as a spiritual being. We come here as humans with egos, and sometimes a part of the game, one goal for us is to remember who we truly are. And your higher self is telling you this is who you truly are. You are part of the big collective family. You are part of the whole. You are creator and you are creation. Remember this. Something your higher self would like for you to leave behind is, I don't know why I get this with Page of Pentacles, but it's this mindset of what can others do for me? What can I get out of this? What's in it for me? This is the ego self talking. The ego self wants to be noticed for every single thing that it does. The ego self wants to be praised and validated. And it's not to say there's anything wrong with praise and validation or that there's anything wrong with wanting praise and validation, but you have to keep that in balance. I think for some of you guys in group 2, this has maybe gone out of balance. Like, well, why should I do that if I'm not going to be compensated? Or like, why should I put in that extra effort for someone who's not going to put that effort in for me? First of all, you don't know if they're going to put in that extra effort for you or not. And second, sometimes we're here to, yes, be helped by others, but we're also here to help others. And we're here to take care of others as well as ourselves. Because like I said, we are part of this collective family. So the ego, the higher self wants you to, I guess, let go of some of that ego influence, that ego trying to control what you do. And sometimes the ego goes, well, why should I send them love and kind energy? Why should I pray for them? Why should I have acceptance for them or patience for them when they might not do this for me? They might not have it for me. Let this go. It's hard. It is totally hard. But there are times where you're maybe not going to be compensated, at least not right away, for your good works. There will be times where maybe your reward doesn't come until after you cross over, or your reward doesn't come until, much later on. There will be times where your good works go, I don't want to say unappreciated, but maybe unnoticed, or they don't know who did it. Your higher self wants you to try and let go of your ego's need to be noticed, praised, and validated and compensated for your good works. And then something to think about for the future, or I guess something that your higher self wants you to think about right now. I guess it could affect your future, but your higher self wants you to think about, how can I be a blessing to those around me? How can I help others find opportunities for growth? I have the strong sense that you guys in group 2 have a pretty good grasp on your spirituality, your spiritual path, a pretty good grasp on like your life, your trajectory. You seem to know yourself really well. And it seems like a lot of you guys in this group have been taking good care of yourselves. Like that could be, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And now your higher self is saying, okay, so your needs are taken care of. Now, what can you do? It's time to branch out. What can you do to help somebody else meet their needs? What can you do to help make things better, make somebody else's day better? And it doesn't even have to be anything big. Like, I know this is a Pentacles card. This doesn't mean you have to like donate all of the money you have. Obviously, you got to take care of yourself and pay your own bills and whatever. But what can you give? And for some people, they can give material goods. They can donate money. They can give clothing. They can, provide time and, I don't know, like food or something. They can provide the material things. Maybe for others, actually time, I guess that could be considered material. It can also be considered non-material. For some people, they don't have the material goods to give, but they can offer their time, they can offer their energy, they can offer their kindness, their love, their encouragement, they can offer their prayer. They can offer things that are not necessarily material to help improve, somebody else's day, or it doesn't. And actually, okay, I'm going a little bit maybe off track here. Maybe not. It doesn't matter. Your higher self is saying that when you help somebody else, you help yourself. And we did talk about that a minute ago. What you do to others, you do to yourself. What you do to yourself, you do to others. More or less. So don't worry about going unappreciated or uncompensated for your effort, your energy, your time, your care, your compassion. It's helping others, which means it is helping yourself. Your higher self wants you to think about this. If nobody were to notice or give you praise or validation for it, your good works and stuff, would you still do them? And if so, why? Think about that. Why you would still do it when there's no material reward to be had. Maybe you would still do it because that is just part of the kindness in your heart. Your higher self wants you to focus on that. Being part of this collective family and caring for each other, caring for yourself, but now it's time to branch out a little bit and think about how to help others. Let's see if there are any additional messages from your higher self for you guys, group 2. Let's see what we have. Oh, okay. 6 of Cups, that's a good one. Oh, and 10 of Cups. Oh, okay, I like this. 6 of Cups is, to me, when I read tarot, this is a card of like supporting each other. In other decks, it does have to do with like family and children. And we are all children of the divine. And like I've been saying over and over and over in this reading, that we're all part of this big collective family. Your higher self wants you to tap into your inner compassion. There's something here about childlike joy. You're going to find some really just pure, innocent joy. You're going to get that kind of joy out of helping others and reaching outside of your ego self and your ego's comfort zone. 10 of Cups. In all my other decks, this talks about a very happy family. Very loving, very healthy connections. Just a really, really strong bond in the family. How do we create a stronger bond in our collective family? Think about ways of helping others and blessing others. And you are for sure bringing joy into this collective home, the spiritual family that we're all part of. Now we're going to pull an oracle card for you guys, group 2. Let's see what your message, your oracle message is. Oh yeah. Okay, I have no idea how you pronounce this crystal. Apophyllite? I don't know. Somebody in the comments knows and will probably correct me. Increased support. This card says your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway for an abundance of help and opportunities. So group 2, you are very, very blessed and you're very gifted and you have a lot of support from the other side. And you take this, you take what you've been given from the other side and you can use it to, turn around and help somebody else. Take stock of the blessings you have, use what you have to maybe help be a blessing to somebody else. And group 2, that is your really quick reading, your message from your higher self. What does your higher self want you to know or want you to do? If you liked this, hit the thumbs up button, share, subscribe, whatever. If you want me to do more pick a card readings, because I do enjoy them, I just haven't really done a lot of them on this channel, let me know in the comments. Give me your suggestions. And again, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to Sienna Rose Metaphysical, and I will see you again really, really soon on my channel. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your part of the reading. Message from your higher self. What does your higher self want you to know or do? If you chose the Rose Tarot or I think this is pyrite. Somebody knows what this crystal is. I'm pretty sure it's pyrite. It's really pretty though, this really sparkly one. If you chose this crystal or this deck, then this message is meant just for you. So let's get started. I'm going to put down a few tarot cards, something like a general message from your higher self, something your higher self wants you to let go of, and then something your higher self wants you to think about moving forward. And then we might have some additional cards, some additional messages coming through, and then we'll do an oracle card. Okay, we're gonna actually keep this King of Wands. We're gonna keep that one. And then we're gonna, well, let's see. We're gonna add the rest. Okay. Okay, this is an interesting message. First of all, these cards are so slippery, they're hard to pick up. First of all, your higher self wants you to give yourself kind of a pat on the back for your independence, your hard work, your creativity. It seems like you guys in this group have really strong leadership traits. Some people would rather just kind of be a follower and it's easier that way. They'd rather just answer to somebody else. You guys like to call the shots. You guys like to lead. You guys like to take responsibility. Or you just kind of have a tendency to just take responsibility. That could be for your own self, or it could be like in work settings, group settings. You're like, okay, you know what? I'll be the lead on this project or whatever. And Spirit just wants you to, give yourself a pat on the back for all of your hard work. And your creativity totally has a place. I think you guys are probably really good manifestors. And if you haven't tried manifesting anything yet with the law of attraction, or there are other ways to manifest things, you should really try it, because I think it's going to work very well for you. I just have that very strong feeling that you are excellent at manifestation, whether you know it or not. Give yourself credit for all your creativity. Something your higher self wants you to let go of. Oh my gosh, these cards are so hard to pick up. This deck is still relatively new to me, so it's still really slippery. We have the Magician, or the Magus, I don't know, whatever. The Magician. you don't have to control everything. Okay, let go of that desire to control everything. Now, it's true, we have more control in our lives than we realize. When it comes to things like manifestation, our thoughts, our affirmations, like we can control, what we affirm, what we think about for the most part. But you can't control everything. Let go of trying to figure out all the fine, tiny details. Continue to work on your manifestation and, trying to bring things into existence. Keep working on your creativity, but try not to worry so much about exactly when this is going to come through or exactly how, or, maybe this is a specific message for some of you. You've been really wanting to meet somebody and have a relationship, maybe a romantic partnership or a companionship. Have faith that it will happen and it will come. Use present tense. Tell yourself, I have the love of my life, or I have met the love of my life, or I am with the person I'm meant to be with. But try not to worry so much about, well, how is it going to happen? Is it going to happen at work? Is it going to happen at school? Is it going to happen at a sporting event? Is it going to happen am I just going to bump into this person in the street? Is it going to happen like at a course or a class? Or am I going to meet them through friends? Am I going to, there's so many, your brain is just going to run around and around and around and around, trying to figure out the exact specifics of how your blessing and your manifestation is going to come in. Let this go. Just have faith that it will come. And use that present tense, like I said. Not only have faith that it will come, tell yourself that it is already here. You already have it. The details will kind of fall into place. The details will figure themselves out. Some things we just don't have that control over. Like the soulmate or the partner example. You might be wondering, am I going to meet them at this yoga class, or am I going to meet them at this wine and paint night or whatever? You can't control whether that other person is going to go to the event that you're going to. And you can't control whether or not you're just going to bump into this person on the street. You can't control what that other person's going to do. So let that go. You don't have to control everything. And we're not supposed to control everything. We're responsible for ourselves and our actions. We do what we can, and the rest we give it up to the universe to sort out. Something to think about. I have 4 of Swords here. Give yourself some rest. Cut yourself some slack. I think you've been working really, really hard, Group 3, and you might be working yourself too hard. And it comes with worrying about all these details and the specifically how and when and why your manifestation or your blessing is going to come in. Or just trying to control all of the tinier things in life. How other people are going to behave. How are you going to, like I said, how are you going to meet the person that you want to be with? Or how are you going to find this perfect job? Are you going to find it, ad in the newspaper? Is somebody going to just come up to you? Is somebody going to, suggest you for a promotion or whatever? Try to let go of worrying about that. Just give yourself some rest. Do what you can do. Use your affirmations. Take the inspired action you need to take. And then after that, back off. It doesn't mean that you're giving up on whatever it is that you desire or trying to bring in. It doesn't mean you're giving up on your life's path. It doesn't mean that you're just going to be lazy or anything like that. Not at all. You guys in Group 3 are probably the farthest thing from lazy people. You're very motivated. You're very you work very hard. You're very driven. But give yourself some rest, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. If, for example, some people who are I don't know why manifestation is the big thing, the big example that just my mind keeps coming back to. I just keep getting images of somebody working at an altar, and they're using crystals and okay, here. I'll show you a quick example. I don't have other crystals out on table at the moment. But we're gonna we're gonna use this pyrite, and we're gonna pretend that these paints are also crystals, okay? Some people like using a crystal grid and a little wand or their finger or a pen. This is a magic practice. Some people like to do something like this every day. Some people like to do their affirmations every day. Some people like to meditate every day. Some people like to take a little bit of inspired action every day. This Four of Swords is saying that take a break from doing that if you need to. If you want to have a lazy day where maybe you do your regular responsibilities around the house and with your family and your household, okay? Because we can't just shirk those responsibilities, of course. Do what you have to do. But then afterwards, if you want to have like a lazy afternoon or evening, like just playing video games or talking to friends or like smoking a bowl or something, allow yourself to do that once in a while. Allow yourself to just relax. It's okay. Spirit wants me to tell you guys about this Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Your clarity will come. The details will work themselves out. The answers that you are seeking, the truth that you are seeking will come. Just relax a little bit. It's okay. You're on the right track with your spiritual work, your manifestation, whatever it is that you do. You're on the right path with it, but just relax. When you relax, your clarity will come. The blessings will come. The truth will come. And now I'm going to pull an oracle card for you guys. Group 3. Oh, all right. We have garnet. It says purification and detoxification. It is time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. That's where this rest comes in. There are all kinds of meditations you can do, guided and not guided or whatever, to help you to release energetic blockages, to help you to release anxiety, to help you to release fear, to help you to release tension, to help you to just release energy that does not belong to you and does not serve you. Take a little bit of time, it could be each day, to tune in with Spirit and just ask for that cleansing, that relaxation. Ask them to help you take a break. Ask for that peace and that comfort, and it will come. It is time to release the physical and energetic toxins. And this is going to help you. It's going to help you to create whatever it is you want to bring into your life. It's going to help you to manifest. It's going to help you with like your work, like your job. It's going to help you with your connections to other people. Just relax, group 3. You're doing a great job. You are so, oh my goodness. You guys are such hard workers, and you're so motivated. You're so driven. You're so just on fire for learning and growth. And that's a great, wonderful thing, but just remember to relax. You can't control everything, so just relax. If there's something you find that you cannot control, let it go. This is for the best that you can't control it. Okay. I hope that was really helpful to you guys in group 3. That was your really quick little message from your higher self, what it wants you to think about or do. If you liked this, let me know. Leave a comment, share, thumbs up, whatever. I actually don't mind doing pick-a-card readings. I haven't done very many of them, so I'd love to get a little bit more practice, a little bit more experience in. If you want me to do more of these on my channel, just let me know in the comments. Leave your suggestions for like future videos you would love to see me do. With that, you guys, remember to like and subscribe to Sienna Rose Metaphysical, and I'm going to see you again very soon on my channel. Thank you so much for watching.